Climbing is a sport where it's all about movement. It's really about understanding of how far you can push the body and setting routes to make people do that and just see them try and figure it out. It just gives you a real big kick. You go move by move, see what works, see what doesn't, see what we can refine. Just keep tweaking until it's perfect. And then we put it out. Like just finding that right handhold to do the moves that you want. That's a good thing while working here.
To me, I'm doing like more bouldering. So you get probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, bouldering area in Singapore. And furthermore, they're paying a lot of attention to route setting.
Climbing around in South Africa and in London, I can definitely say that on-site has some really competitive routes.
Well, of course, on-site is the biggest gym in Singapore. On-site kind of has everything that you need to actually get better in climbing, whether it's the walls, there's different kind of angle of walls, and there's a lot of equipment around here, like the hangboards around here, like the TRX. So on-site itself has everything that every climber needs to get better.
Yep, I'm studying sports science in Republic Poly, and you can learn while climbing rather than in class. Coming here is more fun. The staff are nice. If I commit any mistakes, they are ready to help me better myself and teach me good values while working here.
Like the people here are really friendly and always happy to help. And we are working as a team. You are never alone. So that's what I'm actually looking for every day, to just see the smile that on-site put on our customers' faces. I think they play a big role in my life.
It's really the people, it's the environment. It's watching people just keep going at it over and over again, and you know, like seeing different people try different things, watching people of all body types, body shapes, and sizes really just figure their way out through a route. And yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Hello and welcome back to the U17 Finals happening very, very soon. Right now, the U17 Finals, we would be seeing the boys and the girls climbing concurrently. Is a pair of them. They have 3 problems each. And just a roll call for the U17 boys. We have Lee Jordan, Pang Guanxiang, Jenny Blazo, Elijah James, Ignatius Sung, Sean Tay, Brian Lee, Tae Junze, and top contender Ryan Randy.
And for the U17 girls in the finals, from Springfield Secondary School we have Chua Mingjing Mint. From Outram Secondary School we have Martina Aquaro. Representing the Rock School we have Shamin Tan. From Springfield Secondary School we have Jezebel Ng. From CHIJ Secondary we have Jeanette Francis Ko. From On-Site we have Natalie Go. From Satit Pim Thailand we have Nacha Raviwongsa. And of course Tan Ainin from Springfield Secondary School.
So apparently for the U17 boys, it is a fight between Springfield Secondary School as well as Outram Secondary School.
Yeah, for the U17 it's quite diverse for the
but
girls.
For the U17 boys, it's going to be a huge fight between these 2 top contending schools. All our very strong climbers come from Springfield or Outram for this rounds of U17 finals. And we've just been through the Open Men's semi-finals this morning. And it's going to be very, very exciting tonight for the Open Finals. So make sure you head on down to 1KM Mall. We will be starting at 6 p.m. for the Open Finals. And meanwhile, the U17 Finals is on the way. And just a quick look on the routes. There's just really huge volumes this time for
exactly.
the routes that we've seen. A lot of round volumes around.
Usually you think that you'd see this in the more advanced categories, so the intermediate and open.
It's like the rising trend of using huge volumes instead of very traditional climbing, the towels. So on screen we see Mint getting ready.
And there's something special about the finalists here at Transend 2017. So finalists actually have a special shirt.
So you look at that, the shirt says finalists.
So it's a red shirt, so
it is.
The official shirt is black, then the competitor shirt is blue, and so the finalists get a red color shirt. So it's really
like
awesome.
It's like telling the world that you've made it here, and you're gonna go even further. And right now is Jordan Lee from Outram Secondary School, right next to
Mint from Springfield Secondary School.
Lots of triangular volumes.
So both are climbers starting right now, wasting no time.
Mint, very, very nice progress.
Making quick work. So this entire route uses the arête of the wall. So they have to rely a lot on the side wall. So what you expect with the side wall routes is a lot of pushing. So it's a lot of opposite forces working right now. Really moving away from that traditional pulling.
The pulling moves and the direct, we call it the ladder climb.
Yes, so all the down pullings. So you really need to have good mental strength.
And then Jordan, still trying to figure out.
And Mint already secured the bonus.
Very, very nice.
So she has to step up on the side.
She needs to lean towards the right if she wants to go for the top from there.
The last one is very good.
Maybe just an opposing force.
Yeah.
It's probably an opposing force for her.
I'm thinking that her right leg needs to go to the volume and then the left leg can heel hook. That might be stable, but it really depends. Or walk up all the way to the slab wall.
Yeah, probably like just a pull
tension,
away, a tension pull away from the wall. She wants to walk up.
Yeah.
Because it is still on a slab wall. But very, very good attempts right now from Mint. She's a lot more familiar now.
Yeah.
You can see that she's a lot more precise with her movements.
I mean, that's one of the skills to have as a competitive climber, to be able to learn from your previous attempt. Yeah. So that your next attempt is much more efficient and to make sure that you get the top.
So there's nothing for her to step on. She's got to find her balance.
There you go.
Very, very nice ending from Mint with lots of time to spare. Meanwhile, Jordan Lee from Outram Secondary School. I like the finalist shirt. It just screams pride and joy.
Yeah, I love it. And if you're watching right now, if you are the parents or friends, just give us a shout out on the live chat and give us a thumbs up. This live stream is brought to you by Live Studios Technologies, so that you never have to miss out, whether you're at home or you're in commute making your way here. You never have to miss any single detail.
In 35 seconds, Jordan has yet to go past the starting tile to the second volume. He's pretty much just grappling onto the red tile that's on the second volume. So a very tricky route to start off.
Yeah.
Looks very commanding. In fact, just 3 triangles pointing, directed. I guess that is it from Jordan. So just 3 seconds, just waiting for the whistle call. That will be it from Jordan from Outram Secondary School. And we will be inviting Peng Guangjiang from Springfield Secondary School.
And from Outram Secondary School for U17 girls, we have Martina Aquaro.
So Springfield and Outram is really making headway on both the U17 males and U17 females. Just once again making very quick work.
So you really need to push hard on this volume.
Martina.
So this is the mental movement that you need to do. It has to be a push move.
She's just catching on, just still holding on to her flash attempt.
And right now on U17 boys, really good progress right there.
Very, very nice. Very, very nicely done by Guan Xiang. Just got to find the edges.
So right now it's a lot of volume climbs for our climbers. Really trying to figure out how to use these triangular volumes right here. It's a lot of contact strength right now that they need to use.
And of course, the route setters intentionally placed 2 triangular volumes.
Yeah.
Back to back. The apex is blocked.
Guan Xiang trying to be stable on that heel hook.
That is very, very nicely done by Guan Xiang from Springfield Secondary School. Meanwhile, still on the wall, Martina.
If you want to know who is climbing, who is on the wall, and how they are doing, what their scores are, make sure you check Transend 2017.crimp.rocks. So all eyes on Martina right now. Yep, she finally figured out that it's a push move. So she was trying to grab the edges of the volume just now. So right now she needs to find a way to bring up her other foot. I think left leg would be best. So she would need to match feet.
She's trying to get her right leg secured before she moves up. It's a bit cramped.
I think for our U17 girls and boys, this is the first time they would probably doing a rotation, because they usually do flash format for them. So in a rotation format, it takes a bit of a strategy, because you cannot watch other people climb. Sometimes the main reason why you cannot do a route is because you just can't figure out the best way to get up. So our climbers really need to know when to pace themselves and to plan their routes. And that is it for Martina.
For Martina from Outram Secondary School. So next up, we will be inviting Jenna Bledsoe from Springfield Secondary School, as well as Shermine from the Rock School.
And on problem number 2 for the U17 girls, we will be joining back is Mint.
And also for the U17 boys, Jordan on his second route. Just a very fun trivia. Shermine was actually the champion for last year's Boulder Mania Campus Challenge.
Nice.
And Boulder Mania is actually was actually the predecessor before Transend. So NTU UMC managed to get Transend over, just a rebirth of Bouldermania, so that they are part of the competitions, and of course the prestigious RSB League that is going on right now. Meanwhile, making very, very nice progress, Jenna Blezo and Shermeen.
So Shermeen has secured a bonus style, so she would need to bring up her left leg. It's kind of being left behind right now. There you go. So it needs to be stable. The last style is good. 2 hands.
Very nicely done, Shermeen. It's a quick camera time for her, with lots of time to spare. And Jenna Blezo making very good progress.
So currently Shermeen will move up all the way to the top for the U17 girls, because that was actually a flash, and Mint actually had a top as well, but that she took 3 attempts. So girls and boys only have 3 problems, so it really matters, the attempt to top and the attempt to bonus, to get as high scores as they possibly can.
And right now Guan Xiang is on the leaderboard for the U17 boys with a flash in his first route.
So Jordan trying to figure out how to use these huge volumes right here. So the bonus style is actually an undercling, so it's pretty good. So you really need to use the volume on the right, use the undercling to get your right leg up, I think. And then after that, that's when you can reach the bonus style. So it's your footwork that really matters here, your confidence on using surfaces to smear on the volumes for the problem number 3 that the guys are doing.
And of course the incline adds a lot of challenge to these volumes.
And Jenny Blazo, I like his name, Jenny Blazo Elijah James. It's like blazing through the route right now.
He's a left foot, probably right foot would be a better choice.
And there you go, Jordan already has figured out that he needs to get his foot up high on that volume, the
so
first
it's
one.
pretty much the same opposing force
Yes,
movement
yes.
that we've seen from the previous climbers in the inters and of course the opens. And that was a very close call. Jenny Blazo,
But he managed to
from
top it.
Springfield.
Yeah, made my heart skip a bit for a
Definitely.
bit. And if you are watching right now, this event Transend is happening here at Transend. I mean at 1KM Mall. And the space is filling up really fast. People are watching and anticipating the next categories that will be coming out soon.
And that is it from our climbers, Jordan and Jenny Blazo. Right now we are inviting Ignatius Sung, also from Springfield Secondary School, to join us for the U17 boys. And inviting him back to the wall is Guan Xiang from Springfield Secondary School.
And I think this is a Springfield Secondary School round, because for the girls, we have from Springfield Secondary School on her first problem, Jezebel Ng. And one more from Outram Secondary School, we have Martina. So only one representative here in this round right now from Outram. It's a really close fight between these 2 schools. I think Springfield and Outram, and I think Sinmin Secondary School as well, produce one of the strongest under 17 category climbers that we have here.
But at the same time,
Martina really fought hard for that route. She touched the bonus style, but she needs to have a steady hand on that one.
and that's Jezebel just figuring out the bonus.
Martina fighting hard. I think she needs to commit to the next move.
It's a very, very nicely done by Ignatius Sung from Springfield Secondary School.
That was really quick
It's really, really fast.
to get to this
I mean, he
position.
got to it off screen, so we're going to see whether he managed to bag it in a flash with Guan Xiang. So yeah, that was a flash by Ignatius. So he is currently tied with Guan Xiang for the first position. but only 3 of them would make it to the podium finishes. So we're going to see if the routes are able to filter them out. These climbers from secondary school, they're only in secondary school.
Yeah.
So like they're juggling life and work, their schoolwork, I mean,
Yeah.
and climbing at the same time. Wow.
I mean, some of them could be doing part-time work for all we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the same time, a lot of them are climbing, just finding time to train with their climbers. Train with the strongest climbers you have out there. Just gathering as much experience as they can. They are down to their final minute. There's Jezebel and Martina.
1 minute left on the clock. Climbers really have to hustle. And if you're watching right now, make sure you give us a thumbs up or engage us on the live chat. We can see you. Join Huijen and I here. This entire day, fields of strong climbing all around.
Jezebel still trying. 20 seconds, you can make it. Come on. It's a little daunted by the time. Really like the shirt. The finalist shirt. So shout out to Active Cool for being our shirt sponsors. Very comfortable clothes. And of course the very cool design by NTU UMC.
And that is it for Martina.
3 minutes and a half.
For next up for the U17 girls, we have Jeanette Francisco from CHIJ Secondary School. On her second problem, Shamin Tan, and on her last problem, we had Mint.
Meanwhile, for the U17 boys, we are inviting Sean Tay, as you see on screen, from Springfield Secondary School, as well as Janet Blazo from Springfield Secondary School, and of course Jordan, welcoming us with Route 5, the last problem for our boys.
So Route 5 looks really interesting.
So Jeanette,
the positioning of the volumes, very nice problem, I think, aesthetically pleasing.
wow, she's really strong. I mean, to be able to do that move, a very well done. Sean, just a one-hand hang.
Yeah.
Very young little ones here. Some of them actually not very little, just very young. But we also have some very little ones.
So we are looking at problem number 5, the third problem for the guys. And on that problem we have Jordan, making sure that he reads the route properly.
And if you'd like to take up climbing anytime soon, head down to our official climbing partner, On-Site Climbing Gym.
This is the first time our climbers might be doing a rotation format. Most of the time they compete in a flash format. So in flash format you get to see people in your own detail, the previous details before you. You can watch them and get some insights on how you can do the problems. In rotation format you are in isolation, so they have not seen betas. And right there we saw from problem number 1 a good top
from Sean.
Yeah.
And I hope it's a double by Jeanette. Jeanette, very nicely.
Very confident. One hand. She needs to get 2 hands, and there you go. Well done.
Very nicely done by Jeanette.
Good job.
Meanwhile, Janet Blazo, Route 2, just getting good progress to catch on to the bonus, but a little bit of the footing. Mint. "30 seconds on the clock."
This is the last problem, so they just have to give it their all. I mean, it's the last climb you have to get this kind of climbing. I mean, you don't get to see this in gyms.
Especially the size of the volumes. and the sheer amount of space needed for each of this route. And Jenna Blazo securing the bonus. My mistake. Next up, we have Brian Lee from Outram Secondary School, as well as Ignatius on the second route and Guan Xiang on his last route for today.
And for the U17 girls, we have the familiar face from onside. We have Natalie. On problem number 2, we have Jezebel. And on number 3, we have Martina. So our official climbing partner is Onside Climbing Gym, and Natalie is representing Onside. So if you are a regular Onside climber, you would have seen her training there with her coaches. So I'm pretty sure her coaches are really proud that she made it to the finals. So if you are her coach, do say hi. Go give a shout out for Natalie. And of course, for all the other U17 girls and boys, give your support to them. Give us your thumbs up and just give a shout out for them. Make sure that you support them.
That
Wow.
was very close from Ignatius. And meanwhile, a flash by Brian from Outram Secondary School. And for the ladies, Natalie. I've always seen Natalie training in on-site, and every time she climbs, every other person around is just wowed at her amazing performance. I mean, she's doing really, really difficult routes, and many of us are actually just struggling to get by.
I actually know some of her coach. She has been coached by Daryl, she's been coached by Alicia, she's been coached by Iris, and she's been coached by Ashraf as well, all from onsite. So it's really nice to see that our young climbers are learning from the climbers that have been here in this scene before, sharing their knowledge to her. And of course, our climbers from the schools, they also have their own coaches. And I'm sure all the coaches and parents are very proud of them.
Natalie, she's very, very young.
She looked really small on our screen right now.
She's like Jeanette, a really, really small stature. But both of them have qualified very, very well. And we've seen Jeanette finish this route, and with Natalie qualifying above her, it is definitely not impossible.
1 minute is plenty of time for climbers to do a
good
top.
This is route 3 for the boys, route 5. Looking at Guan Xiang right now. She's just tensioning her way up. It's Martina.
So Martina just resting at the tile, at the starting tile.
She's got to quicken her pace though, 20 seconds. Meanwhile, Ignatius, he was one brush away from the top. So he really, really wants this. 7 seconds. Ignatius for you from Springfield Secondary School. 1 second left. Natalie.
And that is it for Natalie.
At least she secured the bonus. So we're going to be inviting our next climbers, Jinze from Springfield Secondary School, as well as Sean Tay and Jenna Blazo, all from Springfield Secondary School on the wall.
For U17 girls, coming in right now on the first problem, we have Nacha Raviwongsa from Satit Phim, Thailand. And joining her would be Jeanette Francisco as well as Shamin Tan. So in this category, we actually have one climber from overseas. So it's nice to see our neighboring countries coming all the way here to Singapore to partake in this event, giving us a good show together with our local young climbers. Nacha making quick work on problem number 2. This can be a flash by her. She needs 2 hands. And there you go.
Definitely proving to be a very, very strong climber coming all the way from Thailand. she's representing her school. So it's really nice to see schools from even regions sending their strongest climbers over to our competitions, our events.
And I think this is why we have so many U17s coming into the sport, because there are a lot of support system for them. The secondary school, the family, the friends. I mean, this is how you cultivate talent and develop them even further.
And of course, interest and the spaces you need with fantastic climbing gyms such as on-site for you to practice and train together as an individual, as a group, and as a school. Of course, Junze still on his first attempt. It's a really tall climber compared to our previous climbers.
It's the growth spurt just before you.
That's why I said most of the climbers actually had to stand up.
Yeah.
And Junze just kind of reached out with a maximum span. Shermeen, very strong girl. Winner of the campus challenge from Bouldermania last year.
And she's back here representing the Rock School on her final problem with 1 minute left on the clock.
And Sean.
So off screen, we can see from here where we are sitting some of the coaches looking into the students. Yeah, really looking hard, making sure that they're rooting for them, watching how they're performing so that they can give them feedback. It's very important after every competition to reflect on what you have done.
And just Sean, as well as Jana Blazo. Sean in a very different manner, just trying to go with his right hand crossed, but I guess it's also quite difficult to go on from there. So that was it from both Jeanette and Sean. So we'll be inviting our top contenders from the U17 category. Ryan Randy from Springfield Secondary School, as well as Tan Elin, also from Springfield Secondary School. Of course, not forgetting for our U17 boys, Brian Lee on his second route and Ignatius on his third route, as well as Natalie on her second route and Jezebel on her final route. Just Ryan Randy. Very good attempts by both Ignatius and Ryan. Wow, he has finished it very confidently, pretty much like Junze, just standing very nicely on top.
Our climbers are finishing the routes in record time.
It just gets better and better from here, not only for the categories, but the upcoming competitions. So we have the Novice Finals coming up very soon, followed by the Inter Finals. And of course, the highlight of any event, the Open Finals. It will be a crazy day of excitement and fun. And of course, for our ladies.
Wow, nicely done by Eileen.
Meanwhile, Natalie. And of course, Brian. So if you're not here at 1 km, you should be at least on the live stream watching and sweating it out with our climbers as they tackle these problems for the finals.
And of course, you can be updated about the scores of the climbers at transend2017.crimp.rocks. So currently for the girls, tied in first place is Shermeen and Nacha. But because Nacha ranked higher than Shermeen in qualification rounds, she is currently first. And in third, we have Jeanette. But of course, these results will still change for our U17 girls. Still got a long way to go.
Meanwhile, for the U17 boys, it is very easy to see that many of our boys have managed to get flashes in their pockets for this U17 finals. So there may be a comeback, but this comeback will not apply until the end of the competition, and we are only halfway through. So it looks like our boys are making good work with the climbs, bagging a lot of flashes in their attempts. So the bonuses are the ones that determines whether they are able to do their school proud with a podium finish.
Jezebel really fighting hard, wrestling with that volume.
And meanwhile, Brian.
So with 15 seconds on the clock,
that would be it for Jezebel. Natalie still trying really hard. But I guess that is it from our climbers.
and we have no more climbers coming in, so this is it. So on the second problem for the U17 girls, we have Nacha, and on her final problem for this category, we have Jeanette.
Just meanwhile, we'll be inviting Sean on route 3 for the boys, as well as Jinza. Jinza just reading his route once again.
So we have yet to see a top for the boys on the second and third problems. Same thing for the girls actually. So the second and third problem are the harder ones. So it was really important for climbers to secure the first problem that they faced.
That's right, especially for the boys. Many of them finished it in their flash attempts.
Yeah.
So the attempts to bonus, it's going to be the determining factor right now. And Sean's just making good work with it.
There you go, securing a bonus, very secure. But of course, this next move is a very committed move. It's a really good hold, but the climbers have to commit for it. You can see some hesitation, trying to find a different way.
So Jinza is slightly taller than most of our climbers, and then Ignatius managed to brush just past the top.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if Jinza's height is gonna help him again. But probably a bit tired from the amount of effort needed to hang on to the wall. Of course, meanwhile, that is Jeanette
really pushing up on that roof that was created by the volume. I'm not too sure if she got the bonus, if they will give her the bonus.
But still, it is pretty much because of her size itself. She looks very comfortable on the tension.
Yeah.
And then Sean.
And on his final problem, Sean getting the bonus. Really wrestling with those huge round tiles and volumes. With 1 minute left on the clock.
But that is excellent technique right there.
Resting there, yeah. Finding that rest position.
Yes. Just getting his feet hooked and the right hand secured. Just making good work of the third route.
There you go. This might be the first stop on this final problem.
Slow and steady, Sean. Wow.
And there you go. Well done.
Definitely our first climber to finish the third route. Very nicely done by Sean.
And right now on the last problem for the girls, someone actually managed to get past the bonus tile.
Jeanette.
Yeah, but she just fell off.
Just ever so near. Definitely something worth revisiting. 8 seconds. Guess that is it for our climbers for this round. So next up we are inviting Brian on his third route of the day. And of course top contender Ryan Randy on his second route.
For the U17 girls, on the final problem we have Natalie, and on her second problem we have Eileen. So the last problem for the guys, really a lot of volume work that needs to be done. Experience will come in handy practicing on these volumes in the climbing gyms.
So for Brian, if he wants to make it to the top 3 positions, he has to get the bonus in his first attempt. If he wants to tie with Ignatius for a count back, He needs the bonus in his first attempt. Right there.
And there you go. And he might even top this.
In his flash attempt, and then he would be fighting against Sean with
Different
two
way.
flashes. Wow.
It was a different way from...
It's still a very, very good attempt.
Yeah.
If he's able to finish this route in his next attempt, he would be ranking first. Meanwhile, Ryan Randy.
And on the screen we have Natalie. She's just about the same size of the volume, the same height of that huge volume on the right.
It's a full span.
Yeah. But she's really fighting hard, pushing against that volume, trying to get some friction in.
Ryan.
I mean, really, this is how the climbing has evolved. It's about pushing nowadays. You need to do those push-ups as much as you do those pull-ups.
Meanwhile, Ryan Randy finishing the second route and proving himself as the top qualifier. Ryan Randy and Brian Lee still on his third route. It's one tile away, one move away from his end. He's got to secure himself. So Sean did a hook with his feet instead of a jump.
So will he figure that out? Or will this work? Yes.
Yep, very, very nicely done. A double finish from our climbers, Brian Lee and Ryan Randy.
So right now we are looking at Natalie and Eileen on their problems.
So with that, a quick look at the leaderboard. Sean, Ryan and Brian are in the top 3 positions with 2 tops in their pockets.
I was just looking at the problem for the second problem for the girls. I just realized that perhaps it should be a fast twitch muscle, so you throw to the right and then the left hand immediately changes into an undercling that is on the left side. Yeah. So once you throw for the bonus, the left hand immediately go for the next style so
and
that you compress. Yes.
Pulling it in.
So you need to do a compress. But this move, right, I would think is quite advanced.
Quite difficult.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that comes with experience, and I guess what our route setters are testing if our U17 have come across this problem. So next time they go back to the drawing board, go back to the gym and climb, they should set more routes like this to figure it out, yeah?
That's a hint to you guys, route setters. And of course, right now we have Junza on route 3 for the U17 boys, as well as Nacha from Thailand on her third route of the day. It's really, really nice to see regional climbers. Just reading a little from Junza. So if Junza wants to be in the 4th running for the top contenders, for the podium finishers, he needs to have at least 2 tops within 2 attempts if he wants to contend against Sean.
So nobody finished problem number 2 for the girls, the second problem for the girls. And this is the final problem for them. So we have 2 more climbers that we can see to attempt this top, Nacha and Eileen.
Nacha did pretty well. And that is Junza.
So plenty of time for our climbers.
Junza's still trying to figure out how to start.
Yeah.
Definitely not an easy start.
I mean, that's a sloper. You need to engage your contact strength.
The position of his hand is just weird. He's just trying to get to a Gaston position.
I'm not sure if that's the best way to hold it. I think you need to top-down load on it. So you just have to sit on your legs. And right now we are looking at Nacha from Thailand,
representing her school. Very, very strong, very, very flexible climber.
And finally, here we go. Cynthia has figured it out.
Yep.
Once again, Novice Finalists, if you are still out here, your isolation is open and will remain open until 1:20. At 1:20, your name will be called. If you are not there, you will be
Junza.
qualified.
Wow.
Nice.
That was full commitment.
Yeah. no hesitation whatsoever. So we shall see how he does this part.
I think he's gonna stand up and go. That is his style. Just
So
trying to
he
stand.
needs to get 2 hands. He needs to do this match feet properly. He's trying to match feet. Really nice. Nice. He went for the heel hook method as well. Stable.
Very, very nicely done by Junza. Meanwhile, all eyes is on Natcha.
She still has 40 seconds to go. So she is hailing all the way from Thailand, representing Satit Pin, her school. It's really nice to see her school supporting her endeavors in climbing. I mean, with the Olympics coming up in 2020, with climbing being included, the future is very bright. A lot of potential and opportunities for our young athletes right here. We have 10 seconds left. I think that is it for Nacha. So for the U17 girls, a final climber, we have Tan Elaine from Springfield Secondary School.
And of course, for the U17 boys, we have Ryan Randy. So Ryan is currently 4th in the leaderboard, but if he finishes this route, he will be in the running as the top finisher for the U17, and as the only finisher of all 3 routes. Looks like he's doing very, very good right there. Would it be a flash?
Well done,
Was
the
very
smile on
confident.
his face.
And he's got a lot of time to spare.
Well done.
He just shouted, "I'm finally top." Very, very nicely done, Ryan.
And right now we are looking at Eileen figuring out the last problem. And after U17 finals, we will be having our Novice Finals happening at 2:20 p.m. So that is about in an hour.
We have Eileen left on her boulder. She has more than 2 minutes left to go.
So we will have a switch over. Our route setters will change the routes for our novice. And in our novice category, we actually have our top 10 climbers that came out from yesterday, the past few days. They actually had a semi-final, so these were the semi-finalists that came out. Only top 10 of them will come out. And right now, still plenty of time for Eileen. We have yet to see a top for this one, so we're pinning all hopes on her. Even though these climbers are very young, aged under 17 years old, they are not to be underestimated.
1:40.
They can definitely hold their own. I mean, these climbers right here just now that came out are the top 8 of their category amongst all the other competitors.
She still has more than 1 minute left.
A minute to finish this route as much as possible. I think everyone is looking for someone to finish the routes. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
it's been really, really exciting to see all these climbers.
She still has 1 minute left.
A minute to win it. But there must be a reason why the bonus tile is just a distance away from the top tile. I mean, the route setters have intentionally placed it there such that they know that this would be quite a difficult route for many of our ladies.
Yeah.
Over 30 seconds.
It's a filter route, if I have to presume.
So right now we are looking at Eileen, and Eileen has to top this if she wants to make it to the podium position, because currently she is sitting at 4th. Or she just have to get the bonus at less attempts than Jeanette.
She's gonna keep going down to
So we have to see
all the way
after her
down to
climb, after the score has been updated.
With the times up for our U17. So this concludes our U17 finals. Our climbers have all climbed the routes, and we've seen how they have progressed. So make sure you join us in a little about an hour for the Novice Finals happening at 2:20 as we bring you more exciting climbs on Transend. And of course, stay tuned for Inters and the Open Finals happening very, very soon in the evening. So head on down to 1KM Mall, just situated right next to Paya Lebar MRT, and we'll see you here.
I enjoy coming to onsite because the routes are pretty world class. We've got some world class setters over here. We've got
New people setting different routes, so everything is so fresh and challenging.
We really like the routes here because they're really challenging.
I do really like the climbs here, the leading.
Yes, they are very strong climbers, but they are accepting to new climbers too. So it's a big family.
We kind of help each other get better in a way, whether it's mentally or physically.
You get to learn new stuff every day because every day is a new experience.
Singapore being the crossroad of many culture makes this place a great place to come, train of course, but also mingle with other people.
That's where you realize that, oh, this is actually quite cool. Like, that's how friendships build.
Climbing is actually a good community. I mean, the people here, they enjoy climbing together, spend time together. I mean, you can make friends with just a random person right now. So, it's pretty cool.
I think the moves here are like really powerful and or you get like these really small holes. It's the best feeling ever.
You feel like you're like on top of the world.
The more challenging it is, the more I want to take it on.
The adrenaline rush, it feels great and very rewarding. That you push yourself to the end, even though you can't make it, but you still push yourself.
It's very refreshing to see how enthusiastic people are about climbing.
I just love the movement, I guess. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I really love it here.
This gym has a certain kind of people, special attraction to certain group of people who are really psyched. People like this one. Unlimited power and energy.
And they really, literally, they're building the scene here, which is amazing because it's something you only get the chance to witness once.
Cool, man.
My hometown.